Welcome, everybody, to Mentor Monday. Today is Monday, November 13, and we are here. The topic that I chose today, I am Claudia from Canada, and the topic I chose today, it's really a topic that we all want to have it, and sometimes a lot of people have it, but it's always better to have more and more tools for this one. So let me start sharing what I have prepared for you. It's a great Monday. Dave and Gabriela Daughtrey, hosts of this room, they are actually in Costa Rica, and they are my inspiration for this talk. Because self-discipline, Michael, you're a good example of self-discipline. Jillian, you are a really good example of self-discipline. And I think I'm pretty good, but I always would want to be better. I'm getting better. So let's talk a little bit about self-discipline. Why I chose this topic is because we tend to get comfortable and get comfortable in network marketing can cost you thousands of dollars. So I have been in the linear industry, in the linear job, and sometimes you may be able to get a little comfortable with your job, but your paycheck will remain the same. Now, if you get too comfortable too long, you will probably, not last very long in that job. But the difference, in my personal view, is that if you lose your self-discipline when you have your own business, your check can substantially drop. Because when you are reaching titles in network marketing, the check can be a big difference between one title and the other. So yes, it is true, we can pay our own paychecks, but at the same time, this is probably, to me, one of the skills that will help you get the promotions in your own paycheck, your own, adding up the zeros in that paycheck. So let's look at some of these slides. Self-discipline is essential for achieving your goals and finding success. However, it's often seen as requiring immense willpower and effort. We all think, oh, I can't do it, it's too much. But I think if we find just how easy it is, we can get all there. So I got about 5 things that I want to touch on, and I want to focus on network marketing, obviously. So I've put some examples that are not network marketing because it's going to help us. So it's not true that it's only for very organized people or for very rigid people or for people that were born with that talent. It is more about building the strategies that will help you without getting exhausted. I find that a lot of people in network marketing decide that they want to quit before they have even started. And so for those of us that have been a little while in network marketing, personally, between my career at my previous company in the corporate side, plus the one that I am on my now business side, it's been over 20 years. And you can't get exhausted. You will lose the race. It is like a marathon. It is not a sprint. We always know that. So if you start so strong that you sprint and you run out of air, you won't be able to finish the race. And network marketing is about finishing the race. Network marketing is about those small changes and small habits around you that can help you develop that muscle. My brand name is Grow Daily. And when I found it, it was given to me by a word of God. I was looking for something that adapted to what I was living at that moment. And Grow Daily is exactly that. Grow Daily is being the best version of me every day, one day at a time. I was so tough with myself. And I was so tough with myself that I burned out. And I burned out quickly. I burned out in the corporate world when I was in the other company. When I started, I wanted to prove myself. And in the first few months of being in that company, not even maybe 6 months, trying to prove how good I was, I ended up at the doctor, and they ended up wanting me to take some anti-anxiety pills because I broke down. I broke down. I broke down. I broke down so fast, I had not even been able to prove myself because I was not even there for a year. And that's what happens to a lot of us. We are too hard with ourselves. So this muscle, like I said, is more about, I want you to look at the girl in the mountains. We all want to climb the mountain, and we all want to climb the hardest mountain so fast. So we sign up with For Life, and we see the potential that we can do. And we're like, I can be a platinum. I can make that money. It also depends on how you're selling it, right? Maybe the excitement of the moment made you sign over, get the $400 or the $800 kit. And now you're like, oh, I don't really even have the equipment to climb that mountain. I don't have the team, the experience, definitely the body shape, definitely the lungs to be able to climb a mountain like this. So you have to be good to yourself. I got some people in the waiting room. Give me a second. Oh, I actually think I have Dave in my room. One second. I'm going to stop the. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Yay, you're here. Okay, we're going to change the topic then.
So that's why we're going.
Let me pin you.
Right.
Let me pin you.
Who do you have on, Claudia?
Yes.
I have Trisha, Michael, Jillian, our new leader, Erica from Arizona. I have a nice. I have Beverly from South Africa.
Nice.
That's where we're at.
So I just thought I would tap in real quick just to tell everyone hi.
Really good.
Hey,
We're here in Costa Rica at the
Breakfast.
where we're having we just finished breakfast. We're at the Four Seasons here in Costa Rica, and we're here sitting. How do I turn my camera around here?
no, okay.
Oh, there we go, right there. So with Esdras and Dave Nash. There's Jeff.
Nice.
And Jose Luis.
Esdras. Hey, Jose Luis and Esdras.
Dave Nash.
Hey, Dave Nash.
Who is it?
This is actually Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Oh, I got you spotlighted. I'm gonna take you.
Yeah, Dave is actually our chief operating officer. No, you're
Senior Vice President over half the global market.
Senior Vice President Global. So he
nice.
deals with most of the world actually. And,
how are you?
Can you see us all? No, you would have to slap this out.
Oh.
We've got Kenya on here, some Kenyans. We got from the States, Arizona, and this is English. They do one in the afternoon in Spanish. This is English Mentor Monday. So, but we figured we'd tap in. I would just kind of show you, where we are here. Today's our last day, and we're just kind of enjoying everyone's company. And today's actually our spa day. Your spa day,
yeah, my spa day too.
So we're going to go to the spa today. But we've been out sailing, or not actually, because it's not too windy. Boating, we should say, on the ocean. Went zip lining, and did you do zip line?
We did whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting.
We've done catamaran. So with snorkeling, we've done. Just had a really good time. We played a lot of beach volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball.
So we
We
just
were
had a blast.
overfed.
Yeah,
I've gained 15 pounds.
That's okay. That's okay. You'll lose them again.
Fun so much with everyone.
So, but it's been a great event, and let me just kind of show you guys this property. But I'm gonna get Dave on one of our Mentor Mondays, you guys.
Yes, I was just gonna tell you
how he supports us for life. Dave he's incredible. He's a listener. He listens, to what's going on. And we actually were with Dave, and check this out. Was it 2 weeks ago? We were in Malaysia.
Yeah, we were in Malaysia 2 weeks ago.
So we were in Malaysia 2 weeks ago. Here we are. And
now we're in Costa Rica, right?
That's right.
So we're all over the world.
And traveling around. So maybe one day we'll have Dave over in Africa. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I want to do that.
So, but let me show you guys this property real quick. I'm going to show them here the ocean and everything. But this is a spectacular property.
This is what we want you to do. Go gold.
So you guys already know that this is a gold getaway, platinum pinnacle for golds and platinums, you know, and all paid for by For Life. That's the pool there, and this is the ocean out here. So you got beach on both sides. This is a peninsula, so you got what? You got another pool, which you'll see right now. There's another pool. You got you know, dining down here. There's another pool and a beach. Very tranquil, very peaceful. And then you've got a if I walk over here, you got another beach on the other side. And they've reserved actually those lounge chairs are reserved for Life. And so as you can see on this side is the other beach, which over here we had our For Life party, and we but here's another pool. There's another pool for you. And here's the beach on this side. So we spent a week here. We leave, we go back home tomorrow, and you drive around in buggies. Buggies take us around. So I'm gonna walk down here and chat with you guys just for a quick second. Because this trip has been extremely, for me, it's been very motivational and educational, learning some new things, coming up with For Life. So I apologize, Claudia. I know I'm jumping in here. But,
no, please. We're so happy to have you. Don't worry. I can always do this one next week or anytime. We don't have you in Costa Rica.
But anyhow, if I turn my camera like that, does the screen turn?
Yeah, makes it better.
All right. So anyhow, you know, being here with other leaders from around the world, you've got leaders from Russia, from Korea, India, South America, the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, the US, all over the world, Asia. And it's always inspiring to see people, especially in third world countries, you know, that are achieving their dreams. Like the gentleman we were sitting with having breakfast, Jose Luis Martinez. His story is amazing. You know, he started For Life at a very young age in his 20s. Here he's got children now that are 18 years old. And I remember when I talked to him for the very first time in the Dominican Republic. Now we're talking a little country, the Dominican, little island in the Caribbean, where there's a lot of HIV. You know, it's a fairly poor country. Haiti and Haiti and the Dominican are on the same island. So, you know, it's obviously it's a very third world, but yet they all have dreams. And just by using our products, sharing our products, and not giving up, you know, being tenacious, going out there and continuing to work and build their dream. Here they are with us. So it doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter, you know, your color, your religion, your income status, none of that matters. All that really matters is your desire. You know, if you have a desire to learn and a desire to engage in something and not give up, you know, not quit. And that's really the difference between people that are here on this trip and those that basically end up going back to the same old thing. You know, it's because they gave up, they quit. And you can't. You keep learning, keep the way it's been for me for 25 years. I'm in year 26 now. And I'll admit, it's not all been, you know, straight up. There's been a lot of downturns on the way to success. I've lost a lot of people that, you know, they just gave up on their dream. I've had countries closed because of whatever could be the reason. You know, it could be, you know, legal reasons or whatever. And by the way, you can see the bungalows we're staying at up at the top up there. Those are basically our suites. They're along the ridge. Actually, mine's right there in through the trees. You can see one suite with the window. That's where Gabby and I are staying. And so it's all about having a dream and not giving up and learning and growing. The one thing we know about For Life, and I'll leave this with you, and then bow out and head back to the group we're with. But you know, we know with For Life, when you take the time to really learn about what we have with our products, you realize that we've got amazing products based on science, products that are proven clinically, products that change people's lives in industry, health and wellness, that people need more and more and more. Every year as people get older, especially the older generation. Oh, there you go. Check out the parrots. That's pretty cool. And so anyhow, we've got products that are amazing. Transfer Factor, Gold Factor, just an amazing product line. We've got a company that's 25 years, 25 years of history. So nobody can wonder if the company is going to be around. The company is going to be here for another, 25 years, hopefully 50 years we'll be around. That way you can build something. This was our discussion at breakfast, building something for our kids, for our children's future, so that our kids have a chance, have an opportunity to continue the legacy and continue building and growing, developing, and having a business that brings them a great financial, lifestyle of health and wealth. And so we know we've got a great company, great products. So really it comes down to you. How great are you? If you're great, then you will learn the importance of depending upon yourself. The greatest security there is in the world is in yourself. It's not in a job. It's not anybody else, depending on someone else. It's within yourself. And so that's what I love about this business and about For Life. So with that, let me turn my camera around. And there we go. So I appreciate letting me jump in here, Claudia, and just chatting with you guys for a minute. I will be back home Wednesday and back in action for next week's Mentor Monday. So hopefully we've got people that have come in from different parts of the world, and you guys keep going, keep growing. So Claudia, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, Dave. Wow. Hey, that was so exciting. And I'm going to that's so good that we get our platinum saying hello from that trip. So thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Please, not safe flight back. I'm going to add in the chat the story of Esdras Cabrera, guys, and why I don't know which platinum is my favorite besides Dave and Gabby. They're all my favorites. Dave and Gabby, obviously, my top favorite. But Esdras has such a great story. So I actually put the YouTube for you to click on the link and watch it later. Esdras has such a tremendous story of success in, like Dave said, an island that if you think, oh, it's difficult in my country or it's difficult in my city, this gentleman, he built it from nothing. There was nothing in Dominican Republic. And I heard that there's, last time I talked to Esdras, he had 80, that was 3 or 4 years ago, he had 80,000 people in his team and about 50,000 were active in his team. But what happens is that a lot of them are in Dominican Republic, and because he built, he's a man of service, and so he built to be able to provide for a lot of people in the island to have a second income. And so his story is fantastic. I really invite you guys to watch it. Like I said, Dave, thank you for calling us. I'm going to go back into the presentation. Anybody has any questions? I actually, for Dave, I took off your mics in case somebody wanted to say hi or ask a question. We're good to go? Good. I muted him. He's still there with us. I just don't want to mute him until. We're good?
Yep, I'll let y'all go. Thank you guys. Love you all.
Okay.
Go on, keep growing.
Love you, Dave.
We want to see you. We want to see you all on one of these trips, all right? We don't know where the next one's going to be, somewhere in the world, but if all these people can do it, you guys can do it too. All right, we'll see you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Well, that would be a good trip because that one comes with a $40,000 bonus if you make it in 1 year. So you get the $40,000 and the gold platinum trip plus they accumulate the other trips, right, Michael? I think that's what they said, because you're going to get them so fast in 1 year that you actually get 5 before you get to platinum, or gold, and then you get the gold platinum getaway. So that would make it about 7 trips that you pile up in 1 year. Jillian, I know we can do it. Hey, everyone, I know we can do it. Dr. Regina, Jesse, we can do it. Okay, let's continue. And I did take off the mics, so please. Okay, where did my presentation go? Here we go. Wow, it requires tenacity, and I think that I'm so inspired. I really love traveling, for those of you that know me. So I was just saying, and my presentation is short. It's only about 7 slides. So what I wanted to point out in this one is that the pit stop where she's taking a break, we all want to climb the mountain and be at the gold platinum getaway. But to get there, we have about, like I said, 7 more stages to get to. So you have builder, builder elite, diamond, diamond elite, presidential, presidential elite, and then obviously silver, gold, and platinum, and elites between that. And so all those are pit stops. They're rest stops. They're the moment where you actually get to analyze and see yourself, where you're going and what's coming. And sometimes we want to take it all right away. And the important thing is not to think that you become your goal right away, because it depletes your fuel. So I remember going to a Formula One one time. I don't know if any of you have had that experience. I actually had to leave. I was not even prepared as an observer to watch it. I said to myself, that is incredible, the amount of noise that a car from Formula One has. So why I put this slide here is because I remember that the reason I went was because there was a Colombian racer who was always very good, and he was always running, and he won many races. And there was pictures of him when he was small. It's not this one. I just wanted to point out that to be that great driver, we know one of the best drivers, if not the best, Schumacher, he actually won 7 of them. He's, by the way, he got into an accident, and he's in a very bad state. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I haven't followed him for a while, but my point is, he didn't get to be the best race driver in the world to win 7 victories in one day. It took him practice, it took him discipline, it took him passion, it took him so many things that come together. But the first thing is making a plan. So if you don't make a plan, you can't follow a discipline, because what are you following? You're not even following a 1, 2, 3. You'll just start your day, and then you'll go like, okay, I got to talk to people. Let's talk to people. Network marketing, it's not about talking to people. It's about following a strict plan. And the plan is how many people you're going to talk to. Who are you going to talk to? Where, when, why are you going to talk to that specific person? Where is that person? At what time? On Zoom, on FaceTime. Sometimes setting up that appointment, it takes about 3 or 4 or 5 appointments. Jillian and I have been wonderfully blessed this month with many people that have come into Jillian's team, but some of them have taken 5 or 6 appointments, and it's because it requires planning. People have a life, and you can't just squeeze everything in one appointment. So if you don't have a clear plan and a planned agenda, even for yourself, you'll be scrambling like a dog chasing his tail, and never having enough time for your family, not having enough time for anything. And at the end, you're going to feel exhausted, and you're going to give up. And I love that Dave came in to tell us about not giving up, because that is the number one reason that Dave consistently says, this is the reason why people are not successful in network marketing. Because they quit, because they change companies. You stay the plan, you stay the course. Now, the important thing about self-discipline is removing temptation and friction. Self-discipline requires conserving willpower. Don't waste it fighting temptation. Instead, design your environment for success. So what does this mean? It means if you're trying to lose weight, why do you buy the cookies? If you're trying to get to your people, why are you booking yourself for so many other things that are not a return on investment on your life? And this is where life imbalance comes. And there's other examples, like if you want to exercise, prepare your clothes ahead of time, just little things that are going to change towards the right goal. If you want to brush your teeth better, floss one tooth at a time. Like just say, okay, today I'm going to do one tooth and tomorrow I'm going to do two. Same thing with for life. And Gabby actually gave us a great example or a great challenge, which is, why are we talking about talking to 10 people or 20 people? Talk to 3. I love how Gabby has been challenging us in the last few weeks to talk to 3. Make sure that you talk to 3, but make sure you actually talk to those 3. So you make a plan. I'm going to talk to 3. Then you talk to 3. Then you log them. Then you go to the next 3. When I say 3, it's got to be 3 new ones, by the way, not 3 that you already are following up on. Those are follow-ups. It's different. And write it down and then celebrate success. So when you're trying to become self-disciplined, it's not about focusing on how you're going to get to platinum or how you're going to get to the platinum trip. It really is about small victories. And each time you should take pride and congratulate yourself. And if you are a leader, which many of us are here, congratulate that person. Sometimes saying, I am so proud of you, it means so much. It means a lot for me that people say I'm proud of you. So why are we not using it? If you are proud of that person for doing something, say that. How do you track success? Journals, calendars, apps, a chart in the wall, just anything. Draw it, color it. There's so many ways to do it, but it really is. Keeping yourself self-motivated with your own discipline that you've set up for 1 week or 1 month helps you track how many weeks or how many months of that year you actually were able to follow what you said you would do. And then you recognize your own success. And what happens if we don't make it? Well, because you had already given yourself that very small goal of talking to 3 people. Like Gavi says, if you didn't talk to 3 people on Monday, today is Monday, okay, then Tuesday you cross correct and you talk to 6 people, because that's really the trick. You can't leave to, I'll start again tomorrow. With network marketing is more about trying to catch up. Now, if it piles up too many calls and you haven't done them, you have to look at your plan and see what is happening. Maybe the plan is too big. Maybe you're not getting the right support from your upline or support from your team. And so you need to just simply realign the goal. So be flexible with yourself. Don't be so rigid. Smart goals require being realistic. So a lot of the times we want to get to platinum, but we have a full family or we are sick. And so, yes, of course, we all want to get to platinum, but you got to look at your R in SMART, which is realistic. How realistic is your goal for yourself that year? And it doesn't mean that you won't make it. It just means that maybe you won't make it in 2 months. You won't make it in 2 years. You might take 20. So for those of you that don't know, Dave was not the first platinum. He is the platinum that has more platinums under him, but that was his goal always. So he says that when his first platinum made platinum, he was proud. It wasn't his goal. Of course, he wanted it, but the fact that somebody else reached it made him happy. And then another person reached it and he still didn't reach it. He says it took him, if I'm correct, maybe Michael can help me with data. I think it took him 4 years after the first one actually made platinum. And then he did. And I'm going to talk about Esdras Cabrera. It took Esdras, he is the longest platinum to make platinum from the time that he had started, just because he says that he got sick too. He got sick for a couple of years. So again, talk about realigning your goals. But the thing is, it is not necessarily to make it in 2 years or 4 years. Dave has a good example of somebody that just made diamond in, I think it was diamond in 1 day, diamond elite in 1 week, and presidential in 2 weeks. And that just happened in Brazil, fastest presidential diamond. So can you imagine presidential diamond in 2 weeks? And I think a lot of us, and I'm speaking for myself, but I think there may be some in the room that have been in For Life for a long time. It's like, oh my gosh, how did he make it in 2 weeks? I haven't reached presidential and I've been in For Life 10 years. And then you start being hard with yourself. No, don't do that. Just stay process focused. I love that word, process focus. Remember that your plan is still there. Doesn't matter what's happening around you. You establish that goal, you establish that pattern, and you continue jogging along. Building good habits. So again, this is key because discipline is about building habits. And the first habit that you need to build is being positive. So if you're going to be negative about For Life, network marketing, or your upline, you're going to have to redo all of that, because you always need to make sure that your attitude is matching your goal. You want to be platinum, you'll never see Dave, at least maybe with Gabby, I don't know, but I'm around a lot with them and I never see him complaining. He never says, oh, this is not going to work, this is, I'm so hard. And I think all of you know that he's not platinum elite yet. He's working towards his platinum elite. So what happens is that discipline is about attitude. Also surrounding yourself with people that are in a good mood and have good attitude. Why are you going to surround yourselves with the naysayers, the ones that are always saying, oh, network marketing doesn't work? Sometimes your worst enemy is inside your own house. It could be your spouse, it could be a child, like a daughter or a son, and those hurt. So if you haven't read the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, or if you haven't read it in a while, Dave always says, go back, pull it out of your bookcase and read the part where you need to surround yourself with people that are in a positive mood about what you're doing. Your passion is contagious, I wrote. Eventually, your partner will believe you, but it's when you have your checks. They can cheer you on, but you need to show results. And to show results, you can't listen to the ones that say, I don't believe it works. I don't believe it's going to happen. Even with product, oh, how is that product going to cure this and that? No, it doesn't cure. It's going to help. It's science. It's going to help my immune system do what it says, and it's proven to do. So don't let people say that you're not going to get better or that you're not going to make the checks that you dream, because you are. Positive reinforcement generates lasting motivation. So habits form through consistent repetition by internal rewards. But external reinforcement can also energize your self-discipline. And after a certain period of time of successfully sticking to your new habit, treat yourself to something special. Don't undermine your progress by rewarding unhealthy behavior. I'll give you an example. I love chocolate. I love chocolate. And I eat too much of it, especially after Halloween. You reward, this is almost like, if you're eating all the time chocolate, you're rewarding yourself. Like if there's something that you really, really love, it can be very small. Your brain will actually take it as a reward. So the best example, negative, is the chocolate. I'm telling you, I eat chocolate sometimes every day, and now I'm throwing it away. My mom says, don't throw it away, give it away. And I'm like, no, I'm giving away sugar, which is poison. I should just throw this thing away, because it shouldn't be a reward. Now, what is a reward? To me, a reward is spending time with Mateo or having a walk. And having a walk is always a very good reward. Around, it can be around the block, but you can see the birds and see things that are happening around you. Maybe having a coffee. People love having coffee. Don't have coffee all day. It's a little bit like the chocolate reward. Save one coffee or a very little piece of chocolate and hopefully 80 or 90% cacao, so it is not the bad one, as a reward for something that you did. If you have, the gummies from For Life, if they are in your country, or a transfer factor chewable, you can give yourself that as a reward, just because it actually lets your brain know I'm rewarding myself. But when you've spoken to your 3 people. So you talk to your 3 people, you eat a chewable. And now the brain is saying, oh, you talked to 3 people, that feels good. And then your endorphins start flushing and rushing and doing all the good things that they should be doing. And it actually creates that positive mood that you need to get into the next 3 calls. Becoming more self-disciplined doesn't mean exhausting yourself and forcing rapid, unsustainable change. Mastery occurs from practice accumulating over time. Talking to 3 people may be exhausting if you don't know what to say, but by the time you have spoken to, we did the number, remember, I think it's 99 in a month, you probably have mastered some techniques on what to say. So don't complain about no one listening to you. Complain about not putting the effort to learn how to speak in a better way with them. And you will. When you talk to 3 a day, 3 a day, 3 a day, there comes a time that it's going to come natural. With the right mindset and strategy, self-discipline can feel effortless. It comes down to understanding how habits form and applying them. Don't think that willpower alone can quickly transform everything. Don't underestimate the power of making small positive changes, then another. Climb that mountain slowly with small steps. So with that, I think, yep, that was my last slide. And let me just go back to you guys, get a little bit of feedback, and then we can close so we can go and talk to those 3 people today. I might even play the video from Estras because I really love it. So any questions, anything about self-discipline, any comments from any of you that actually, so I'd like to get a feedback from one person that believes that they're good, very good at self-discipline. I know Michael is with his follow-ups, but he said he was going to be in and out, so I don't know if he can talk. I know Jillian's very good with her follow-ups. So I can get feedback from somebody that says, you know what, these are some things that have helped me and you can help the team. Or, oh, and Dr. Gina is here. He is very self-disciplined. I know him. He runs and his, you know, his food, you can see it. You can also see when people are self-disciplined with health and food. Here, another thing, somebody that has a challenge. I'd like to hear from you if you have a challenge on self-discipline. Who took off their mic? Who can talk? Eska. Eska? Eska, hi. No, Eska didn't want to comment.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Claudia, I
Jillian.
can mention, based on my years of working in corporate training, but also one of the things that we talked about was the fortune is in the follow-up. So somebody may not be ready right now, but then, you know, but if you consistently follow up with grace, I think that's the key. With grace, don't hound, don't push, present. I think if you present, you never know what somebody's going through. So I typically will just check in, and it could be just a like or a follow-up or an engagement. There is a system behind the follow-up, but it has to be genuine. If it becomes too robotic, you're not really building that relationship. So I think if you go in building trust, building a relationship with everybody that you connect with, you know, you never know, that person may be a referral, not necessarily a business partner, but they could be a referral for somebody else. You want them to generally feel concern and compassion about what you're trying to do. So we had this conversation yesterday about believing in what we have. We have a gift to give. And if you present it in that manner, that it's a gift that we're presenting to others, and that we want others to join in on the movement and offering something good. Typically what will happen is they want to be part of something of that, and it may not be with them signing up as your teammate, but they may give you an opportunity to refer to somebody else that might need it right now. So that is just something to think about, and that's how I approach it. I walk through every single connection And yes, I have my key people that I'm focusing on, but I want them to take the time to have a good story. So I may not run in. I mean, people are always wondering, why aren't you like, pushing to be a diamond and pushing like this? It's not a race for me. I want to effectively grow. And I think that's what we have to look at, is like each person's going to have a different goal. My goal is sustainability long-term. I want to, obviously, we have to understand our why first, as to why we're doing it. Some people might be in it for making a lot of money and get the titles, and that's going to feed their bucket. But my bucket is different. My bucket is to fill it with those that are on the same mission as me, which is to get healthy and then be able to spread the word. But I need them to buy into the belief like I did. It took me months, to really understand the scope of what I had in my hands. Now that I do understand it, I have no fear in presenting it, but I had to understand it based on my background. I had to understand it based on what I know is a different sell than selling lipsticks. Typically somebody will buy a lipstick because it's just a spur of the moment passion thing, but this is something different. So it's I'm not going to beat myself up, and I'm not going to, chase my teammates and expect them to run as fast as I do. Some may, but I don't expect them to run ahead. I think everybody has their own time, as long as we go in and generally care about what we're presenting and that we build on it and follow up. And remember, somebody may take a step back, but never actually feel upset if they choose to. I think those that people will follow those that are progressively growing. And that's what I've noticed over the last few months, is because I've been more consistent and I'm showing up and consistent and showing up and consistent and showing up. Those that are ready to receive are coming forward. So that's a lesson that I've learned over years of working in the industry. The fortune is in the follow-up, and it typically takes up to 8 to 9 follow-ups before somebody says yes. And so that's something to think about. That's my feedback.
Jillian, thank you. And I have to say that Jillian is a seasoned an amazing marathon runner. For when I speaking with meaning she's over 20 years in the MLM industry. She's going to make it no matter what. Like, I know she's going to make it. Like she says, she just designed her own plan. So you can't expect for like a brand new person that has never been in network marketing and compare it with Jillian, who is seasoned and knows exactly what she's doing. Like, she knows, she's been training for this. Her heart is strong, her legs are built, her muscles are ready. And so it took her a long time to even get to where she's now, where she was saying yesterday, wow, I built all of this in 2 weeks. Can you imagine? It would have taken her many, many months to do it before, when she was not prepared the way that she has prepared. And that's why I like to say the marathon run, because network marketing is a marathon run. Now I'd like to hear, before I close, from one person that actually feels or has a question about self-discipline, which is like, I cannot ever concentrate, or I can never sit and do the calls when I need to. I just get so dispersed. Everybody talks to me. The kids are all the time on top of me. Who feels like that? Maybe as a team, we can support you and we can give you a little bit of feedback. Who feels? Paula. Oh, sorry, I muted you. Paula, I forgot that I had left you all up open. Go ahead, Paula.
Right. Yes. It's like kind of hard for me. Not hard, challenging. I'm not using the word hard no more. A little challenging for me to have like a relationship with the people that are underneath me. When I first started for life, I was the type of person, I said, I'd rather deal with animals than not with humans. I have a problem socializing with people. So this is something that I love about For Life. For Life has shown me how nice people really are. That there's just a little layer to get underneath. So that's my challenge. And like, if I send them an email, like, follow up, like, okay, what's the real thing? What else can I say? Hello?
Yeah, no, I spotted you so that we can hear you. We can hear you. So
Okay.
keep going.
So that's my thing, like being consistent. Like I said, for this month I'm gonna post every day one thing. But then there's a day that I just forgot. And then it's like, okay, getting back on the train. Oh, what to say, that's but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Very good. She actually touched on the one thing that I was going to close with, which is that consistency of two things: the follow-up, and thank you for reminding me about that. I wrote it, I had written it, and it was the follow-up, and it was the social media posts. So because follow-up in social media posts or with your friends is one thing, but showing yourself out there and showing yourself out there. And again, I want to thank Jillian because she has like really just shown me how much, you can do, one human can do. And I think actually, if Jillian allows me, she would be the most proper to answer this, because her organization on how she's doing this on Facebook now, she does it, and I think that's one of the answers. You can't do it all. You can't do it in all social media sites. Like, Jillian, how can you give 2 or 3 tips to the team and to Paula on how to keep herself organized with posting in social media? That's such a good question, Paula.
I think everybody gets caught up in trying to create a plan. And, I don't know about you, but I've been guilty of trying to book my posts, a month in advance. We typically have done that. And then there's a lot of tools that do that for you, but that is not generally you, right? So you're just kind of projecting what you think people might want to hear. I think what we have to get better at, and then this is where you have to be authentic, is people fall in love with you before they fall in love with For Life. So, everything that we post, everything we do, we have to look at it as having a genuine conversation. So when I post on social media, it's something that I used to be, believe me, I used to teach social media and and how to leverage social media for sales, and it was very robotic. It can be very robotic, but then people can now are so in tune that they can see it. They know when it's not genuine. So don't fall into that cookie cutter of trying to do what everybody else does. I think in order for people to engage with you, they have to get to know who you are. So you've probably seen all about these attractive marketing teachings on but I truly believe in that. You authentically put out there what you feel. So if people see that you feel passionate about something, and you wake up that day and you feel passionate about something, post it. Don't get too caught up in the timelines, because I know there's an algorithm in place and you can get too caught up in that. But if you can just share what you're doing today, people want to see you as a person, so that they know that they're going to go into business with you, that you are genuinely a good person. You're generally somebody that believes in what they're doing. So you and your lifestyle, you actually sharing what you care about, educating people about what you believe in, as long as it doesn't become too product and brand push. So I used to have a plan. I'll be guilty. I used to have a plan where everything was formatted. Now I just wake up and like, okay, I'm going to post this because it resonated to me. Now, those people that will work with me or they'll generally come to me because they like me, or they find something of value with what I posted. But I also try to make sure that if I am going to present a business post, there's some value. There has to be value with everything you present that's related to business. So, Michael does a great, I always share his posts because they're educational, and then they'll mention For Life at the end, but it has to have value. It can't just be a picture of a bottle of somebody standing there, pouring collagen in a drink. That doesn't really add value to me. It's got to have something that I want to stop and look at. You only have 5 seconds, not even like 30.1 second before they scroll up and pass you by. So you've got to figure out how can I grab their attention. So I did something fun the other day, like last Friday. You know what? I'm going to do a fun post. So Fridays are my fun posts. I'll do a fun post on being stressed, and then I'll add my product in the end. But you've got to make it relatable for that audience, and people have to know you and fall in love with you first, and then the products come second. I always make a point though, if I do get a new team member, I want to celebrate them. So as soon as I have a new team member, I make sure I find out what their why is. Why did you want to come on board? And I make a point of asking permission before I celebrate them. And then that's how people know that I'm growing. But you have to keep the momentum going. So as you've got momentum, don't stop, because people want to celebrate with you. And I hate to say it, but everybody's looking. You may not realize it, but there's a lot of people trolling you, and they will probably sit there for months and decide whether or not this person's really genuinely real or not. And but so just be authentic, show up every day, show up. And it could be just something as simple as, I'm having a great day today, how about you? Kindness matters. Today is World Kindness Day, by the way. So think about a reason why you need to project something, and then share that. So don't get too bogged down and, I've got to have a formula. Just be genuinely you. People buy into the passion. Thanks.
That's so good, Jillian. Thank you. Helena, you can close us, and then I'll do some announcements. Wait, you need to take off your mic first, sweetheart. Helenita.
Thank you. I go for everything that Jillian say, and then I believe that the best thing is to be authentic. And we live in the world that we think that we can hide. We cannot hide anymore. Everybody's watching. So you need to be really authentic, because everybody will know. You don't know. You travel far away in the world, and I find people that knows me or knows my family or knows that I was there. And now and that was before the social media, before anything. So, but I believe the networking is like being a physical culturist. Like, you have to start doing your exercise every day. It hurts the first day, but then you get more weight, and then it gets easier and faster and building. And but it has to do every day. And that's the only sense. And keep track of what you're doing, and keep agenda. Know what you're gonna do, because the time goes fast, the day goes, and it's gone, and you didn't do anything. You got so busy, but you didn't achieve anything. So I would say this is a wonderful thing to do if you like to be with people, and you like to encourage people, and just be you. You're the most wonderful person, and people will follow you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lenita. So Dr. Regina just left, and I needed him, and I think Jesse also left. Oh no, Jesse's still here. I wanted to announce tomorrow's health talk, and I don't know what actually PID means, and I got the topics from him. So Jesse, I don't know if you can help me. What does PID, or anybody maybe if you know in the health world, Michael, what's PID? If not, don't miss health talk, because I have no idea what he's going to talk about. I don't know what PID is. I know what COPD is. He did that last week. Tomorrow is PID. Next week is rheumatism, and then the following one is UTI, and I know that one. I think all the girls here know what UTI is, but PID. Anyway, I'll ask him and post it on the group. He actually just said, oh, okay, pelvic inflammation disease. Could be. Leah also says that. Okay, we got 2 for pelvic inflammation disease. If it's not that, don't miss the talk for Erica, who is a brand new person here. Erica, every single Tuesday, any topic that he does, it's a great topic. Same time, and it's on the calendar. Jillian can send you that. Tonight we have health talk, and why I know that our friends in Kenya and South Africa can't join us in health talk, most likely just because of time, but I just wanted to share something quickly, and it's that feel good group that I just shared. That is Jillian's new group for the community. So it's not Jillian's group, because that would defeat the purpose of the group. It's actually created by Jillian, but it's for everybody. And so join the group. It's a great, not only will you learn how, all the tips of how she's posting out of the heart and everything, but also there's the announcements. Next this one, food security, Dr. Rani, and myself as, you know, like just a health and wealth advocate. But Siobhan is the co-founder of growingtogive.org. And she really has a very good heart. And what she's doing for the planet is great. So we want to get her voice out there. Jillian is highly involved with Growing to Give. And they're starting to get some, you know, volunteers or people that we love and we're passionate about this. So please join us for those of you that are in this hemisphere. And, you know, it's going to be a little bit late for Africa. I think it's like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. for you guys. So, but sometimes we actually get some of the people from Africa in that talk. So tonight we have that talk, and then, like I said, health talk tomorrow, some other announcements on the website. I'm so glad that you guys were able to be here. Erica, brand new distributor, affiliate customer. We love you. Thank you for being here, Erica from Arizona. We're so excited to really show you our global family. This is the two hemispheres talk on Mondays. So, and Trisha, just to answer your question, yes, this is for brand new people. Why? Because this is the moment where we're not really pushing for life. Like, you know, we talk about for life, but it's not. So you can bring anybody. It's like the feel good from that Jillian's doing. You can feel safe that we're not trying to convert or, you know, here, when Dave talks, it's a motivation talk. When Dave doesn't talk, Michael and I will do it, and we'll just hit a topic that just hits anybody, even if they're in another network marketing industry. So in this Mentor Monday, you're safe. We're not trying to recruit unless, like the title says something, you know, more for lifey. But if I have a title that we have selected like this one, feel free to bring even prospects that are not in for life. And because, and Erica can probably tell me if she felt that this way, what you want to show is the team. You want to show the community. You want to show that we're all here with our, you know, flaws and being us, and, you know, like our new saying, come as you are, like this is us. Do you want to be part of us? And then people say, oh, I like that team. I want to be part of that. You know, it's a party, it's a family. So that's why, Trisha, bring them on. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. Michael, Jillian, thank you for your input. Helena, Paula, thank you for your input. And I'll see you guys tonight in Girl Talk. Thank you very much. You can say goodbye to each other, unmute yourselves if you'd like. And don't forget to watch
Thank you, Claudia.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Claudia.
Thank you,
Wonderful to see
Evelyn.
everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you,
week.
everyone.
Thank
Have a
you,
great week.
everyone.
Good to
Thank
see you,
you. Bye.
Paula.
Bye.